Well, hello there, and welcome to another Comics and Coffee. Ah, delicious. Just Jack Skellington, Nightmare Before Christmas. And I am lucky enough that I'm actually old enough I saw it in the theater when it was initially released. Tim Burton's a damn genius. And this mug, I think I bought it 1994, 1995, somewhere in there. So it's a pretty old mug. I like it. All right. So comics. As you can see, I have a couple of stacks of books that I got back over the last 2 months. Yeah, last 2 months, and I haven't opened them. I've been waiting very, very patiently, and honestly, I've got a box here of 25 pre-screen for 9.8. And then I have a stack here of books that have, are boxes that have, I think one box has 7, one box has 9, and one box has 10. The one that we're going to be opening in this video is all related to Spider-Man. Some of these books, actually 2 of them, were previously graded from my collection when I bought them brand new. So those 2 books happen to be Amazing Spider-Man 252, which is the actual first cover appearance of the black suit. It's not the first appearance of Venom, but it is the first appearance of the black suit. Now James over at Mint Hunter Comics, I believe, he did a breakdown, a really, really detailed breakdown of all of the books that were rumored to be the first appearance or tied for the first appearance. James broke it down, and so kudos to him for putting in all that effort. But 252 is actually the first cover appearance of the Black Spider-Man suit, the symbiote, which becomes Venom. So in this box, I have a birthday present for a friend who's been patiently waiting for it for quite a while. And then I have a bunch of books, honestly, that I bought at a swap meet, no joke, for $2 each. Now, this swap meet was only about 3 years ago, and the guy who was selling them just had said, he said, hey, I got a bunch of comics. They're $2 each, whatever you want. So I was looking through them, and I was like, holy crap, there's some really nice books in here. And he says, yeah, he goes, I know there's some nice books in there, but he's like, they're just $2 a piece. So I'm like, all right. So these took about 4 months. All of these books were pressed and cleaned by CCS at CGC. So the Amazing Spider-Man 252's one originally was a 9.4. The other one was a 9.2. So you can see why I would send those in and get them pressed and cleaned and regraded. It was worth it. And those 2 books had been graded at least 15 years ago, 16 years ago, something like that. So they were in the old slabs. Not very attractive. Like, I like having my books on the wall, and I rotate them from time to time. And those 2 books, just didn't have much curb appeal. So I definitely wanted to send them back and get the new cases, because the new cases are absolutely fantastic. And I got custom labels. So let's open this box and see what we got. It's been so long since I sent these in. I think I actually did look at the grades. The book that is a birthday present for a friend of mine is a Spider-Man Special #1. I think it has a white cover. It's been like 6 months since I sent these in, so I actually forgot what they all were. And I did look at one point. All right. Again, man, I really like the way that they pack their books. They do a fantastic job. Okay, so let's... oh, I do want to point out that one of these books was extremely jacked up, and I already see it in the box. I wanted to see just how good of a job CCS could do, and I think this book was almost beyond fixing. So we're gonna start with that one because it's definitely the worst one. Okay, so this is Amazing Spider-Man 262. It has white pages. But I'm going to go ahead and show it to you. That is a 6.0. A 6.0. It's a nice looking 6.0, but it's a 6.0. It had a really terrible crease on it that I don't know if they were able to get out. And I actually had taken pictures of all of these books before submitting them. And I don't know how. Oh, yeah. So the crease runs right across the cover. You can still see it. It actually looks really nice. It presents really well. But Amazing Spider-Man 262. Again, I picked up this book for $2. I love the custom label. That's a fantastic Spider-Man. So, you know what? It's wall art. I'll just put it on the wall, and you know, it's a nice cover. I mean, after all, how much are you going to pay for a framed print for a picture anyway, right? So, okay, it ended up costing me $30, right? All right, so let's go to Amazing Spider-Man. Okay, this next book I bought off the rack when I was like 13 years old. I think I was 13. I'll have to check the date. Okay, so this is Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. It's the first appearance of Firestar. I believe it's the first appearance of Firestar. It probably says on the back. But I bought this from a 7-Eleven. So this is 1981. So I was 12 years old and I bought this. So I bought this off a spinner rack at a 7-Eleven. And we have an 8.0. Alright, yeah. First appearance of Firestar in comics. Out of Marvel continuity, adopted from the NBC cartoon. That was another thing too, is like, cartoon was cool. So, this is my original copy, and I love it. It doesn't matter that it's an 8.0, I'm keeping this. This is not going to be for sale. So yeah, I'm really happy with that, even though it's an 8.0. Alright, so next book, let's see, let's get rid of the invoice. Spider-Man Special Edition number 1. Now this is, I think this is the book I got from my buddy. Okay, so this is from December of 1992. This you're seeing a theme with all of these, right? And there's definitely a theme. All right, again, custom label, which I really like that custom label, and we have a 9.0. All right, so Spider-Man Special Edition, white pages, 9.0. Ordered through mail with a donation of $5 or more to UNICEF, embossed cover, Venom and Daredevil appearance, poster included. Wow. Now this is one of those books I picked up for $2. So, really, really nice. For $2, great deal. Alright. Here's one of my copies of Amazing Spider-Man 252. This is one of my original copies. So this is printed in 1984. Okay. I have several copies of this book, and I was wise enough to buy several. And we have a 9.4. Alright, so this was originally a 9.2 when it was first graded. So they did a really nice job with it. White pages. And what does it say on the back? First appearance of the black costume. And of course, it's Amazing Fantasy number 15 cover homage. Okay, that's a beautiful book. That's staying in my collection until I am ready to pass my books on to my nieces or nephews. Alright, where's the next copy? The next copy. Okay, so here's our second copy. Alright, and we have a 9.6. So 9.6, white pages. Both of these were direct editions. Okay. And the only place I could think of that I would have bought these when I was 15 was probably at Comics and Comics, which was a West Coast comic book store. Alright, so we'll put that back in the bag. Alright, up next, we got 4 books left in this shipment. So let's do, alright, so let's do this one. This is Amazing Spider-Man 360. It has white pages and it's from March of 1992. Alright, this is another one of those $2 books. We have a 9.6. Okay, so first appearance of Carnage in cameo. Is it interesting, isn't it? Like, this is the first appearance of Carnage in a cameo, but it's not worth anywhere near what 361 is. And it's a newsstand edition, which is actually fairly interesting considering that in the early 90s there was a plethora of comic book shops that had just cropped up everywhere. Alright, I'm going to save the 361 for last. Let's move on to 363. Alright, and again, all of these are $2 books that I got at that swap meet. Alright, so this is from June of 92, 363. Another Carnage Venom book. Another 9.6. Alright, Carnage, Venom, Human Torch, and Mr. Fantastic appearance. Really, really nice book. I kind of regret not saving these for the Mark Bagley signing, but yeah, this was a long time ago. Alright, next up we have a copy of 365, and this is a thicker book, so it has a bigger container. Okay, so this is from August of 92. This is not a newsstand, this is direct edition. And it has one of the holographic covers, as you can see really well there, which means that they couldn't press the book. 9.6. Alright. That's an expensive book now. I think you'd be lucky to get this book for under $200 right now. Really, really nice book. Really nice book. I'm super happy. And again, $2 book at the swap meet. Okay, last one. Last one is a newsstand copy of Amazing Spider-Man number 361, and this has a Carnage label. You ready for this? This is a $2 comic. I bought this for $2. 9.8. That is a 9.8 newsstand edition, first full appearance of Carnage. This is an incredible book. Like I mean, I've been collecting Spider-Man since I want to say right around Amazing Spider-Man issue somewhere in the 160s, 150s, somewhere in there. So I was always a Spider-Man fan. I've never owned Amazing Fantasy 15. I don't own any of the first 10 issues of Amazing Spider-Man. I own a lot of, almost probably the full run of Web of Spider-Man. This is a fantastic book, and I'm super happy to have it in my collection. So, thank you for joining me on this unboxing. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, comments, put them in the comment section below. I'll do my best to respond to them as I can. All right. And again, it's Mark on a Friday night, coffee and comics. Thank you so much.